And we are now in as Soham is going in with the very first attack, my friends. Soham's webcam's not here because they joined last minute. So something to keep in mind. But let's see what Soham's coming in with, as we got to keep our eye on anything that is not allowed for their team. Right, because you get minus the star and minus 5% overall from the match if you bring something that is not allowed. Let's see this Flame Flinger work to the outside. No rage spell allowed for anyone in this match, but they are allowed to bring the Eternal Tome since they selected it on their side. As we're going to see an Inferno Dragon straight to the bottom side, move through here as a Flame Flinger also is going to continue to the left. We have the Ice Golem, a Queen ability with the healers, because they are not allowed to bring the mirror or the action figure here. As we got a Warden now moving in with the Sneezy, Rockaloons, Balloons, Dragon Riders. Going to move towards this Town Hall. Flame Flinger is going to continue to move to the left, pops that Warden in Eternal Tome, and the Manian Prince is there. Going to be able to move towards this Town Hall. Dragon Rider is going to split off to the left or towards the Town Hall. There's the Skeleton Spell to distract the Ricochet Cannon. And there is an invis for the Minion Prince towards the Town Hall, as the King is now used all the way to the right side. A little bit of the archers are coming out of here as he tries to continue his way through. King's going to have the Barbarian Puppet. What a okay, I mean, no Spiky Ball for him. He could have brought Earthquake Boots, but a Barbarian Puppet for the King. He did use the Lightning Spell to help remove some of the CC, since no Poison Spell could be used in this match at all entirely. As we have the King, Dragon Riders continue to move their way up. Rockaloons coming to that multi-archer tower to the top side as he's making his way around. Dragon Rider going in for that ground expo. The Monolith locking on, drops the Skeleton Spell onto the Monolith. Minion Prince comes back to life to help try to take out the multi, but he doesn't take it down. 2 Bat Spells and an Invis left to use. The Queen is still making her way to the top side, trying to distract that Monolith with the Skeletons. Rockaloon to the right. Minions off to the left as well. Flame Flinger still moving. And there's the King ability with the Barbarians coming through. They can provide a lot of distraction as Minions trying to sneak in and grab the Spitters. 1 Invis left. The Queen's continuing her way through. That Flame Flinger is still up. It's about to open up. The Monolith, though, is going to pick things off slowly but surely. Well, the King and the Snakes are trying their absolute best. Does Soham still have enough here? The Warden finds the Sinking Airmine. Super Minions coming out of the Flame Flinger. The Queen's into the core. The King's trying as well. Snakes jump in the wall. Queen does not have a Frozen Arrow, but the Frosty and the Frostmite's doing work. 25 seconds. Continuing into the Monolith, taking that down. He's going to have to work through the Poison Spell. I think he's going to have enough time. The Soham start off with a triple here. And the storage goes down. And the Rage Spell Tower as well. Soham is able to pull off the 3-star. GG. And he gets it done with these picks and bans. I mean, it's going to put more pressure on them, for sure. Okay. I mean, it is easier for them, right? Since it's normal mode, but that means one mistake can cost you. It can cost you. It's normal mode? It is normal mode, yep. Okay. W Barbarian Puppet, right? Here we go. All right. And now Max is up for his attack. And what does he have? Mr. Max. It is gonna be an Overgrowth, an Invis, RC with a Royal Gem and Haste, going invisible to charge down here. But we've got a couple Valkyries, we got Electro Titans, healers, and I'm gonna rely on you, my friends, that are watching, at least who are watching it live on the stream, to say, Carbon, he brought something that's not allowed for their team. Because I'm gonna try to pay attention as much as I can, but I can't guarantee that I'll catch everything. But we're gonna see no Eternal Tome, which is, of course, they can't bring for their team. As we got an Earthquake and a Spiky Ball for the King as the RC continues her charge through here with no more Invis, can pull her back, and there we go. Pulled that Royal Champion back, but did not get into the scatter shot down here. So he pulls the archers to the bottom side. Moving in towards the army camp here. Super Barb to help clear the archers. And we've got a Siege Barracks, Ice Golem to the left with the King to move in. A Skeleton Spell onto the Monolith. Electro Titans, Headhunters remove this King. Warden and Queen, Royal Champ now placed to move in towards this bottom side. As he's going to move his way towards the middle of this base. Those Wizards were able to remove that Ricochet Cannon, while the King's going to be able to go for the enemy Royal Champ. He did jump the wall, so it's perfect. There's a jump spell to give him access to the Town Hall, but no Eternal Tome, so he pops the Warden ability, which is going to be the Healing Tome, and he's got that Life Gem to have them all get boosted HP. As these Electro Titans will move in. There's the Overgrowth to the backside of this base. Out comes the Furnace and the Super Minions. Can't do anything to the Furnace until he gets there. He's got some free spells, which is allowed for their team. A couple Super Barbs. Move his way through. A Super Miner from the Clan Castle as he continues. As we have the P.E.K.K.A.s to the top side. We have the Multi-Archer Tower going down. Super Miner continuing, but these Electro Titans slowly have gotten picked off. The Sneezy is pulling some traps, popping that Queen ability. He freezes the Bitter here and the Ground Expo as he continues. The Sneezy continues to try to get this Expo here. He busts through the wall. King comes back to life with the Phoenix, but he's lost the Warden. These Ricochet Cannons are nasty as he tries to continue his way through the backside. Just the Queen alive. The Electro Titan's dead. The Queen is dying, and one Super Barb left. I don't know if this Queen can survive. The Multi-Arch Tower and the Ricochet Cannon are going to be too much. The Queen's going to go down, and we've got ourselves a defense, my friends. A defense here for Vibes. Don't know whose base Vibes is, but GG. It is a defense. This Multi-Arch Tower is going to be too much, so Max getting as much percentage as possible. Nice try, my friend. Oh, I need to fix the webcam over here. Max goes here. Hold on, let me fix this. There we go. And then I gotta bring that there. Alright, perfect. Okay. Oh, we lost someone's cam. We lost Hades' cam. Alright. Here we go. Soham is in for his second attack. And let's see what he's got. He's going to come in with 12 Rocket Loons. We're going to see a Eternal Tome with this Warden. We've got a Yeti off to the right. A Flame Flinger over there as well. And let's see what he's got with 4 Lightning. 5 Invises. As this Flame Flinger is going to slowly move through to the right side. And there is the Queen's Arrow right through the base, through the bottom side. Earthquake. Earthquake again. Lightning does remove that multi. He doesn't connect, I think, with all the value he was looking for. He wanted to... I think he missed the arrow, just barely. As now the King's going to move into the Royal Chant, because that multi and Poison Spell Tower were supposed to go down. As we have the Flame Flinger continuing. Balloons off to the right into the Bomb Tower. Queen's going through the Scatter Shot. As the King pops his ability. Running through here. King is continuing as he pulls out the Clan Castle. Let's see him move through here. Flame Flinger will still make its way to the right. The Queen is dead though. Rocket Loon straight to the bottom. Do have a Minion Prince with the Metal Pants and the Dark Orb. As the Witch is waiting there and causing a lot of pain there for that King. So he dies off. And now the CC is going to move off to the Flame Flinger. Did he get the value he was looking for? The Flame Flinger is about to go down. Going to open up, and we got Dragon Riders now coming to the left with the Warden. Moving into this air defense, and Inferno Dragon and Super Minions come out of here. The Town Hall remains up. Does he have to save that Minion Prince to secure the Town Hall just in case? Pops the Warden ability. Can it protect through a Giga Bomb? No, they're avoiding it. There is the Minion Prince now to go in for the Town Hall. The Giga Bomb, unfortunately, hits his Dragon Riders. A Siki Air Mine pops, hits the other Dragon Rider. Invis onto the Minion Prince. It does secure that Town Hall as the Warden continues his way to the left. We have the Minion Prince with the Dark Orb through the right side. Skeleton Spell onto the enemy Queen. As we have Rockaloons into the air defense to the far left. The Warden's going to move through the multi to the left side over here as well. As he's continuing to push through, but there's nothing left. Everything is going to get picked off here, and it's going to be a defense here for Crispy's base to help Max and Van. As the Minion Prince will not come back to life. He does go invisible just to keep him alive here. Did not have the Phoenix. The King had it, so he might as well keep investing these invises to keep this Minion Prince alive. As he does move in towards the Scatter, takes that down. Minion Prince dies, and the Warden will probably just get this final building, and then he will end up going down The Sneezy will be there to get extra value once the Warden's dead, but it's going to be in the mid-80s here. Hopefully Hades does come back, and he doesn't miss his attack. You know, that would not be good if he lost connection, or at least internet. Because this was supposed to be Hades' attack slot, but Soham jumped in. We'll see. As it is an 85% 2-star, and oh, let's jump straight into the next one as we'll remind you of what the picks and bans are. Remember, they are not allowed to bring anything that is banned. They do, it's minus a star. So let's see. As we got Rockaloons coming straight from the bottom side. As Van is looking to help clear down here. No Grand Warden for Mr. Van because, I mean, they can't bring a Fireball, no Eternal Tome, no Rage Gem, so it's almost like they can't really bring too much. They could bring a Life Gem and Healing Tome, which is what Max brought. But we got double Furnaces coming out, drops 3 Lightning Spells onto the Monolith. There's Earthquakes. Royal Champion, Seeking Shield, could skip across. Wait for it. Invis. Oh. What? What? What the heck? The man hits with the spiky ball! Bro, man! He takes out the Monolith with the arrow. He takes out the Town Hall. What the heck? Yes! It's normal, but still, the man connects perfectly. Oh my, what a perfect plan there with the spiky arrow combination to take out the Monolith, take out the Town Hall. Okay, that is some nice stuff there coming in from Van. As we got minions straight to the top side to help clear that. Queen's going to continue her way through the top in towards the Ricochet Cannon. These Furnaces have finally now disappeared, as we will have 6 Rockaloons, a Lava Hound, Minion Prince still to use with a Royal Champion Seeking Shield. Does the RC go in from here? Baby Dragon off to the right. We got a Lava Hound into the air defense with the Minion Prince. The defensive Minion Prince is there. The Lava Hound pops instantly here. This is going to be tough. He still has the Stone Slammer to use. As he's moving his way into this air defense, Minion Prince slowly also following suit to help try to pick off the defensive Minion Prince. Pops the ability there, picks him off. Got to be patient here, but he's got 1 minute and 7 seconds left here. Can Van continue? As the Queen is going to move in, makes her invisible, keeps her alive just barely, as now the Stone Slammer is coming into the left side. Mini Prince still go. Rockaloon to the top side. Headhunter's trying to go in for the enemy Queen. His Queen can't survive this, and that is a problem, but he did kill off the Queen just in time, but unfortunately, he lost that Queen. She was supposed to stay alive. Sends in the Royal Champion now to the top side. Minions off to the left. The Yetis, unfortunately, don't get all the value he was looking for, as the Royal Champion was causing some distraction. As the RC continues her way through the top side. 35 seconds left. She's trying to continue her way through. If the only way we drop the RC to help keep the Queen alive, I don't know. But the air defense at the bottom side remains. 25 seconds left. As the RC continues her way, pops her ability now, helps, grabs the core of the space. But there's too much out on the backside, especially with the Ricochet Cannon still remaining, and an enemy Royal Champion does have not too much health, but Van, very nice connection there into the core, but it is just a 2-star 88. And oh man, we're going straight into the next. Okay, let's keep going. There it is. Hades is in. Hades did not have disconnect, but we're back. So Hades, good luck, as he's got himself 3 Super Witches. Okay, 3 Super Witches. Does have the Eternal Tome, a Rage Gem, Overgrowth, 7 Lightning Spells. Lightning spells to remove the Scatter, the Expo, the Air Defense, the Rage Spell Tower, as a Flame Flinger is going to move in towards this Ricochet Cannon. And then the Warden can be pulled to the bottom side to move through towards this Town Hall. But not moving the Warden just yet. He is getting locked onto the Ricochet Cannon, so we're going to have to do something about that. We're just going to let that Warden try to clear it. There's the Queen, pulling the Warden. Yes, pulls that Warden there. Now the Flame Flinger will have the ability to remove the Ricochet Cannon and move its way towards the top side. As we are going to see the Super Witches move towards this Town Hall. The King is down to the bottom side. Does have a Vamp Stash on the King. We have Hades with the Rocket Spear, which is allowed for their team. As we have the King continuing. There's a Jump Spell over the core of the space. Moving his way in. Hanging on to the Eternal Tome. Not popping that just yet. As the we have the Furnaces, Ice Golem, Archers coming out of the Clan Castle. Healer's getting hit. Popping the Warden Eternal Tome, but he's going to get stalled up by the Ice Golems in the core of this base. Finding some more Sinking Air Mines, but they're protected from the ability. as he continues. And there is the overgrowth now to the backside as the Royal Champion is investing her spear to the left, continuing this push into the core. Remember, no rage spells allowed. He does have an invis, one left for the Royal Champion as he pops that King ability. Not able to have Earthquake Boots open up all the walls. Well, he could have if he wanted to, but he did decide not to. The King is trying to stay alive here. The Vamp Stash keeping the King alive. Whoa! The Vamp Stash did its job. The King stays alive. So he's going to join. Now he's going to go to the outside of the space, help clean up. As we have him trying to continue to push into the core. The Queen's dying. Well, actually, no, she's full health. The Super Mini's trying to pick off the multi over to the right, while King's stuck in the wall over here. He tries to wall break the King out of there, but it doesn't work. 55 seconds left. The Queen's stuck on a wall. King's stuck on a wall. We got Wizards off to the left. Super Witch and Electro Titan still alive in the core. The healers are not healing up the Queen, so she's slowly going down to the Ground Expo. 41 seconds. Can the Queen remove this Ground Expo to stay alive and then eventually maybe get healed up? She does remove that Expo. Giant bombs popping. Small bombs as well. Queen is going to die to the multi-archer tower. 30 seconds left. Oh, this King in the Vamp Stash is clutch. The King's Vamp Stash is saving this attack here. He's going to be able to slowly gain health. And the Super Witch is staying alive with these healers. And the multi-archer tower is going down. And it is a 3-star for Hades. Which means that Max and Van are going to have to triple. If we take a look, that's 2 triples for them. They have to triple their next 2 attacks to have a chance to win. All right, let's see. Here we go. And now it's turn for Max. And let's see what he's got with the Electro Titans as well. They've got to triple here. Can he do it? Warden does not have an Eternal Dome. Obviously, he's not allowed for him. He's going to go with more invises for this Royal Champion to charge her way through. We have the Royal Jam and the Haste. We do have an Earthquake Boots onto the King this time with the Spiky Ball allowed for their team. Making the RC invisible yet again. Charging into that multi-arch tower and continuing into the... Ooh, boy, that was a lot of damage. But he continues. Stays alive. Can make the RC invisible again. No recall, so she's going to die off. And she's going to get whatever she gets. Spitter is going down here. RC backtracks towards the spell tower and not able to get it there. We did clear this section out with 3 Electro Titans. There's the Queen off to the far left. We have an Ice Golem, Siege Barracks over as Teslas also pop in the area. Another Ice Golem, Skeleton Spell, Wall Break towards the Ricochet Cannon. Warden, King, Valkyries, they're all going to push their way in towards here. As the Queen's going to stay on the outside to help grab the multi. As he needs to move his way into the tunnel, there's another Skeleton Spell. He doesn't... Well, no, actually he does have freezes. I was going to say. Soham and Hades are not allowed to bring a freeze. Yes, there's a jump. Oh, that jump's not really working there. The Electro Titans have completely walked. Where's the King? Oh, no, the King has completely walked. Oh, gosh. We got a boatload of archers here. There's the King's ability. Skipping across. Electro Titans need to help clear the archers. And they are going to clear the archers with ease. The Queen's ability's gone off. The King is dead. We have the Queen removing the Town Hall. Now he needs to jump his way into the Monolith. We got an Overgrowth, freezing up that Monolith there. Electro Titan's trying to continue their way through the backside. He does decide Overgrowth back here. Can he keep his Queen alive with some freezes? There's a nice freeze on the Queen, the Spitter, the multi. The Sneezy helping to pull some of the red air bombs. The Ricochet Cannons goes, he's going to have to... Nope, he doesn't use Super Barbs. Oh, that Queen's going down. There's a freeze onto it. Queen needs to remove it. With a couple Super Barbs left. These Electro Titans are stuck on a wall. Queen's getting stuck on... distracted by the air skellies. The Queen needs to go for that Ricochet Cannon. She is. Can she stay alive with the healers on her? She does stay alive here. Valkyries do bust through the wall. Electro Titan's going to go for the Mini Prince. Do kill him off. 2 Super Wall Breakers, or no, 2 Super Barbs left with a Super Wall Breaker. And this one is not going to connect here for a 3-star. And for all those that were saying that it's going to be triples all the time, not the case. But it really does come down to how you make your selections for the picks and bans. Leaving that Eternal Tome for your opponent, that is tough, which I think may have made all the difference. Okay, So, 2-star, 2-star, 2-star. While 2 triples over here. Anything can happen. Wait, my base defended. Oh, wait, I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize, wait. Which base was it? Oh my god, it was my base that got hit with a spiky ball arrow. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. That was my base. I'm just realizing this. Oh. Greetings from the Philippines, hello. Eternal Tome is irreplaceable. Eternal Tome is definitely something you should think about banning, for sure. Here we go. And now, Hades is up with his second attack. And it's going to be some Super Dragons. Just a little recap of what is allowed and what is not. Super Dragons, no one selected. But Invisis also is allowed for anybody because it wasn't banned, it wasn't selected, so anyone can bring it. He's got a Rage Gem and the Eternal Tome for that Warden. Ground Skeletons popping next to this Tesla. Gonna have to deal with him. 3 Overgrowths here for Hades, as he can't bring a freeze. Remember, there is that thing that if they were to bring something that is not allowed, that's minus a star. So you always have a chance to make a comeback if they were to bring something that's not allowed in the match. But I don't see anything that's not allowed for their team, so it's fine. The Flame Flinger continues through this right side. Poison gets launched. Minion Prince is going to move his way through to the bottom side. Will have the Metal Pants as Super Dragons now moving in towards the Town Hall section. Super Dragons to move in with this Grand Warden. Still hanging on to the Queen. Will have the Angry Jelly. Makes her invisible. So the Queen's going to go and snipe the multi-arch tower. Go snipe this air defense. Snipe that section. The Super Dragons are splitting, waiting on the Warden Eternal Tome. Now out comes Dragon Riders out of the Flame Flinger. That's going to open up pretty early, popping the Warden ability now. As the Queen is staying invisible through this Art Queen charge, Minion Prince goes through the core with the ability, and we got Baby Dragon to the top side. We're looking to remove all that as there is an Overgrowth onto the Monolith, right through the core, onto the Scatter Shot. Super Dragons continuing to try to push through. We got the Raw Champion and the Rocket Spear still left. Sends in the RC to the bottom. 2 more Overgrowths, keeping the Monolith Overgrowth here, right through the core, trying to pick off the Minion Prince on the defensive side. Not able to do that, but there's a lot of Super Dragon. Wait, is that 2? At least 2 still alive. Rocket losing into the Ricochet Cannon. He's got 1 more Overgrowth to use out of the Monolith. The Ice Golem comes out. Oh, the Ricochet Cannon is going to kill off this Raw Champion, unfortunately. Is he staying? Oh, wait, these Super Dragons. That Warden is super low. The Super Dragon. Okay, he decides to Overgrowth this side. No! Turn around! Grab the Monolith! Oh, no! He doesn't! And the Monolith stays up! The Baby Dragons, they're trying! The Royal Champion's barely alive, pulls double Giant Bombs! And the Minion Prince on the defensive side will be there. And my friends, with the Scatter remaining, the multi as well, the Baby Dragon, Sneezy, will not secure the 3-star. So it is a 2-star here for Hades, but there's already 2 triples for them. So it looks like we will probably know who wins, as this is a 90, wait, you can't see it, 95? What is he going to finish with? That Phoenix trying his best. What can the Phoenix get? Scatter Shot is trying his absolute best. Who's going to win? Scatter wins? Yep, Scatter wins. So it's a 95% 2-star for Hades there. And if we take a look, we have 1 final attack, which the best they can put is up to 9. And the final attack is going to be Van. Van's got that last one. Very close, yeah. Very close. But no triple, you know? See, we didn't have no perfect wars. There's only 2 triples. So, I am curious. Well, hold on, I'll ask you guys after this. Here we go. You ready? Let's do this. Okay. And Van is now up. Van, what do you got yourselves? With lightning spells, to remove the Monolith, to remove... Wait, no air... Aha, there it is. He's pairing the Queen's Arrow. Does have a Spiky Ball. So he goes with the Lightning, remove the Monolith, remove that section. The Queen is going to make her way to the left due to the invisibility. And then there is a Log Launcher. Pairs in an Earthquake. So the logs can help start to remove this section down here, as we have a golem pushing up to the top side, as the queen will continue her way through. We have the king to the bottom. There is a super wall breaker into the ricochet cannon, as this king continues his way into the enemy queen. Log launcher continuing to push through to the core. The king, though, walked all the way around, forcing him to use the earthquake boots and the spiky ball. We skipped towards the middle of the base, actually, as the queen's trying to move her way through the top side and continue to get the value through the defensive minion prince. We've got the furnaces to the bottom side with 4 dragon riders, a bat spell, as super minions are going to peel off to hit his healers of the queen. Warden will have a lava loon puppet and the healing tome, as the super minions are picking off those healers. There's a minion prince to the top side, as the furnaces are still getting the value to the bottom. Dragon rider into the wizard tower, freezing up those super minions, as a minion prince goes off with his ability, and there comes the lava hound with a bat spell to distract the air defense. So the lava hound pulls some traps, so he's going to go down pretty quick. Minion prince is still moving into the core and getting nice value. There is the warden ability with the lava loon puppet moving into this air defense to the right side, taking that down, as the dragon riders continuing towards this town hall. And 1 freeze left. He can use it onto the scatter shot. The town hall is still not using it just yet. There it is. He hits the scatter, hits the town hall, continuing his way around, pulling a bunch of red air bombs, but he's looking good here with 2 headhunters left. Can't drop into the left since the ground expo's there. The town hall, the queen is still alive, actually, so you can drop the headhunters onto the king as the queen approaches. Dragon riders moving to the scatter, wards picking it off with them, and Van has got the triple. So if they only were able to get another triple, they could have potentially won on percentage, but unfortunately did not connect with the previous attacks, and that's all it takes. A few minor mistakes in this can cost you there. Queen's going for a... What the heck, Queen? Why are you going for a walk? Queen, walk around! What are you doing? Imagine that call. Now she finally goes around, and there it is. Van does get the 3-star in the end, my friends. GG. So if we take a look at the final score, it is a 10-9, where Soham and Hades have won this one straight up. There is no creative vote in the play-ins here, and that means Soham and Hades will be advancing to the playoffs. And if I bring up the bracket, Soham and Hades don't know who they're going to play yet. We'll have to figure that out, as the lowest remaining seed, if I bring up the leaderboard, the lowest remaining seed, well, Soham and Hades are the highest seeds, so that means actually Soham and Hades would actually take on, because they're just replacing 1-1 and Quasimi, so that means they would face Keko and Paul.